Hi everybody, I'm Florida Trailblazer, exploring the history and wilderness of Florida, and today I'm out here roaming around this beautiful wilderness at the Green Swamp Wilderness Preserve. Exploring through this open field, so scenic out here. Nice breeze coming through the area, sun is shining. It's a beautiful day to be out here exploring the outdoors and going off the beaten path. One time, this area may have been an old pasture where livestock used to be. There's a lot of ranching history in this area. Just some of the interesting history in these places. Today we're going to roam through the woods and see what we can discover along the way. Take a journey with me back into the past, back into old Florida. Check this out, I'm exploring through some of these fields. Just up ahead you can see some old remains here. Not much, but it's some traces from the past. You can see some metal here on the ground. Following this old path through these fields, it's interesting because at one time this area was actually part of a landing strip. You'd have planes coming in here landing. Today it's just an overgrown path out here in the wilderness. Exploring here in the woods, came across these ruins, some concrete foundations, and I'm not sure what these were part of, but I'm not too far from some of the old ranching areas out here, so they may have been associated with that. We'll take a closer look around here. You see a lot of blocks just piled up here. Hiked out of the woods back there onto this forest road. It's a little more open out here in these areas, and this road was probably used during the times when there were some ranches and homesteads in these areas. And this road actually connects to an old railroad line much further into the wilderness. So there's many layers of history out here, along with some very scenic places that I'm exploring. Exploring this area, you can see some fields and woods off there in the distance, and And it's cleared out here, but at one time there was a ranch in this area. You would have had structures around this site. You can see part of a old road that was used here. Today it's just an overgrown path. Exploring off the beaten path here, following this area deeper into the woods and trying to see if we can discover any remains from some of the ranch that was out here. See a lot of clearings, overgrown paths. I have seen some pieces of bricks and things like that along the way. Seeing some remains back here. Seeing some piping out here on the ground. Looks like part of some kind of irrigation system that was out here. So, starting to see some traces from the past out here. Really close to where the ranch site would have been. In fact, this would have been the area where the ranch was at. It was a large operation at one time. You never know today. Nature has reclaimed this area. Imagine back in those times, a lot of these sections in here would have been cleared out. Then navigate my way further into the woods back here. Following this old ranch road out here and seeing some posts around the area from some of the fencing that was here. So just up ahead, I can see a clearing, and it's a bit elevated, so there may have been a structure up there. I'm gonna go look around, investigate. There's a foundation right there, and at one time there's a structure out here at this site. It's a fairly large structure here. Foundation goes on for a ways. Explored around that foundation. Saw some interesting traces from the past there. At one time, there was a building just behind me and structures all around the area. Probably livestock all around. Would have been a busy place there in the early days out here. I'm going to continue walking through part of this field into the woods. This is interesting, just came across this site. Tell there was a structure in this area at one time. There's a foundation here, but it looks like it kind of goes down into the ground here. So down inside here, it's not too deep, maybe about 3 feet or so. See some pieces of wood laying around. There's a foundation here, and I can see some ruins and debris over here piled up. Some metal, concrete.